I don't see myself, but I hear myself.
Oh,
How you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm glad to join and show this. To share this another Saturday with.
There
Hey,
you go. There
there's
we
another
go.
Saturday with you. We both on the wake up list. That's what
Yes,
it's all
sir.
about.
Yes, sir. Definitely. And speaking of wake up list, somebody's up round on the corner on a milestone wake up list. I wouldn't say milestone, but at least a little nugget of a 365. So we want to start the show by saying happy birthday to our producer extraordinaire, the man behind the plan, and Mr. Marcus Holmes. Happy birthday to you, sir. Turning 25 again.
All
So we're
right.
gonna.
All
I
right.
made up this little song. Want to hear it? Here it go.
Oh,
It's
God.
Marcus' birthday, and he's getting younger. He got cool haircuts. He's Marcus Holmes, and happy birthday to him. It's going viral. It's going viral. His birthday is coming up. Ooh, that's the whole song.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Star Search ain't on no more.
That's more like Showtime at the Apollo. Let's move
Right,
him
more
out of
like
there.
Americans don't have talent.
I take all of it. I take it all. I take it all. But I just want to say seriously, in all seriousness, happy birthday, Marcus. Thank you for the opportunity for you allowing us to come in here every other Saturday, put this together for the people so we can enjoy ourselves, have some fun and levity, and work towards scholarships for these children out here. We have a lot of fun doing this, and it's all because of your brainchild. So happy birthday to you, sir. And
Yes, sir.
and I hope you get to go somewhere with some good food and some good laughter and good time for your birthday. And take the day off and turn your phone off so they can't call you from work. So whatever's wrong at work, they'll let them fix it. They'll be okay.
Absolutely.
As always, click like, click share, and get on the phone. Tell people Kamau and Felix on this internet again. They talking this crazy sports stuff, and they got some good stuff to talk about, and just share all over the place, and call them up and tell them, say, hey, remember, our goal is to be the soul train of this generation. Sports talk is going to be the soul train of this situation, of this generation. I'm calling it now. They're going to be doing unsung on us. They're going to be doing where are they now? They're going to be doing all that stuff 20 years down the line, because we're gonna blow this up, and it's going to be beautiful. So hope y'all ready, because I know I am. All right. The topic of the week, as selected by by you, the people who are the proprietors of the sports talk world, should the Pistons hire Ime Udoka? I say yes. I say 100% yes. But they leaked it yesterday that they're going to be interviewing Kevin Ollie and another gentleman by the last name of Lee, who's a coach over with the with Milwaukee Bucks. So I would very much welcome Mr. Ime Udoka here to Detroit. A true player in every sense of the word. Come on over here to Detroit, teach these kids how to play the game, and you know, just start your life over. And because everybody's worthy of a second chance. Everybody's worthy of a second chance. And I think that he would be great here in the Pistons red, white, and blue. What you think, sir?
You said Kevin Ollie?
That's right, Kevin Ollie from UConn.
I mean, yeah, he did good on the collegiate stage, but it's all about buying in, right? Because now you're going from college players to pro players, right? And these pro players probably make more than you as a coach, right? So
Of course,
it's going to be respect, right?
Those college players were making more than him. He just didn't know it.
Yeah, but I don't, you know, you knew who I wanted. I wanted Quinn Snyder, but Quinn Snyder went to Atlanta, and you see who in the playoffs? Atlanta.
Yeah.
That's why I said Quinn Snyder. I kept telling y'all Quinn Snyder, but I don't know, man. I mean, I would probably have to agree with you if we don't get the former Celtic coach, then I don't know about Kevin Ollie, man.
Yeah,
anything is better. Anything is better than the guy that just got demoted. Anything is better than him.
Well, Mr. Casey has been moved to the front office, and he's going to stay around in the Detroit area. From what I understand, from people who are in the know, he has good ties in the community, some big ties in the community. That's why he's staying around for the things that he does in the community and the people that he knows because of that. And he's very well liked and respected. so they're going to keep him around. And
He's
what
staying around because he need a job.
is his money guaranteed? And they can't get rid of him. That's normally how that works too.
Right.
We owe you this money, so we're gonna make you the ambassador of community relations.
Correct.
Whatever it is, I'm glad to see that he's still, like you say, Felix the cat being on his feet still. He's landing his feet. So that's a good testament to him. I always thought that he was a good coach. I felt that this was not a good situation for him in terms of coming here from Toronto and get him in the playoffs when they had Blake the 1 year, and after that it seemed like everything's went kablooey and kaput. So I don't. I remember, of course, when I told you when going to see him play against Dallas,
right?
And those guys, it was just so disappointing watching those guys not play against them against Dallas that day, and I was so angry leaving the stadium. But they started playing a little bit better. They stopped losing by 30 and started losing by 10 and 12. So,
a loss is a loss, man.
I guess that's some improvement.
Single digits, double digits, a loss is a loss.
Yeah, you're right. They say 1 point or more is still a loss. But I'm excited for the future. We have an opportunity to get the Frenchman. I don't know. They say he's going to be the next best project coming to the league since LeBron came in came out of high school. I'm not so sure about that. Maybe so because it's a different game. It's a different game. You got a 7-footer out there handling the ball like he's a small guard. And they showed the other night we shot a step back 3-pointer, missed it and followed it up with a dunk because he jumped over everybody. Yeah, he can do that against that kind of competition, but he's going to be playing against other guys that's his size down in the point,
right?
In the paint.
Absolutely.
So I'm interested to see what's going to happen if we are lucky enough to get the winning
ping
ball
pong.
to fall. Yep, ping pong to fall through to us. We were lucky a couple of years ago to get Cade. Well, because we were so we were in the 5th position of the lottery that time. So we're gonna see.
That guy, hey, you're gonna see that guy's a bust, man. Watch.
You think so?
Yes. Cade, False Cunningham, man. I'm good. No. Really good. Jalen Green.
So you need to say he need to open up Cunningham drugs back on Finkel again. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. Drive by.
Go over there on Finkel, over there by Cooley High School.
I was never
Cunningham drugs.
I was never.
I was because he plays hard, but he plays in the old school way. He's not trying to go through his leg 10, 12 times and shake somebody. He going at you. I like that as a style. I like the fact that he embraced the city immediately with the bus. Of course, you want to do that. I like that.
Choice.
Of course, you don't have a choice.
Who get drafted number 1 and then say I don't want to be here? The only person I know did that was Eli Peyton Manning. I ain't playing for them. I'm not going there. That's the only person. You get drafted, that's where you want to go, right? You're not gonna say, okay, Detroit took me the first pick, but I don't really want to be here. Nah, he gotta play the part deep down inside, man. Nah, look on your bus board. You can put him, and up under him, I know you're gonna agree with me 100%. And I'm a fan. Mr. Zion, that's another one. You another one.
Yeah, he's getting close.
Ain't no getting close. Ain't no getting close.
But when he's there, he's productive. When he's in there, he's playing his bully ball. But he's never healthy.
He did his part. Mr. Williams. Okay, so look, in order for me to get this max deal, I just need to go out here for a couple of games and show him. Okay, that's what he did. He played his part. To be honest with you, I don't think he want to be there. I think he want to be in New York. I really do. I think he want to be in New York. Bigger stage, bigger media outlet, bigger. Ain't nobody going to New Orleans. And it's sad because everything gonna fall on Willie Green, right? They're gonna say, well, Willie Green, and that's wrong. I don't think he want to be there. I really don't. I think he don't. I think he don't mind cashing the checks, but I don't think he want to be there.
Do you think they're gonna let him go? Are they gonna trade him there? Because right now he's there for the next 5 years.
Who gonna pick up that tab?
Well,
In order to pick up that,
hold on.
Okay.
Next year that tab won't look so bad. Once every year that money, the money go higher and higher. It looks bad now, but a couple of years from now, next year, the year after that, when that more and more that TV money keep rolling in, it does, and the cap always go higher. The cap has yet to go lower.
Right.
So,
okay, so you trading, but I'm saying, where's your suitor? That's what I'm saying. In order, you're gonna have to add another team to suit the trade. Like it will have to be Detroit, Cleveland, somebody. One team ain't one team ain't gonna be able to hold that whole package. But that's just my theory.
The contract,
right? I don't know him personally. I do. I don't think he want to be there. You can see that on draft night. He want to go to New York. Now if you do an even swap, like RJ Barrett for Zion, and then the Knicks will probably have to. But see, then now you got to, because now you're gonna start playing with Julius Randle's money, because he gonna be up. You don't think he gonna want no max deal?
I don't think Julius Randle's gonna come back to New York.
You think he gonna leave?
I don't think he's gonna have a choice. I don't think he's done a lot to bring that franchise back. They're in the playoffs again, but I don't think his antics are what they like in New York like that. Because he go from 0 to 1,000 in less than the time it take you to say 0 to 1,000. A couple of them calls don't go his way.
Right, but ain't that what the Knicks are brought on? Pat, Anthony Mason, Charles Oakley, John Starks. Ain't that them?
But did they win?
No, they didn't win. But are they winning now?
No. But what I'm saying is, if you keep doing the same thing you're doing, you're gonna keep getting the same thing you're getting. You got to at some point change that mentality.
No, because I think Knicks fans don't care as long as they're in the playoffs. Now, look, of course, the championship is the icing on the cake. But I think as long as they get to the playoffs, nobody thought they was okay. The year they got ousted by Atlanta, which was 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't nobody think that was gonna happen. But they was mad, but they was like, okay, we did make the playoffs.
I didn't think that Atlanta was gonna beat them.
Right,
but I didn't think they was gonna get very far in the playoffs. I didn't think they was gonna get very far. What I'm saying is, you didn't think Atlanta was gonna beat them. I didn't think Atlanta was gonna beat them neither. But they still made the playoffs. Okay. Right.
They missed last year. They didn't make the playoffs. They're back in the playoffs this year. If they lose to Cleveland, is it a total loss? Kinda, because you could have had Donovan Mitchell, right? But you win that Brunson, right? Okay. So therefore, if they do lose to Cleveland, they might put it all on him to like where you say he don't want to be there. Because he's gonna be like, oh, y'all gonna blame me? Right. I gave this city my heart, my blood, and my sweat and my tears. Okay, I'm out. But then if they do beat Cleveland and then they lose the next round, are they gonna be mad? No, because they're gonna be like, okay, Julius Randle put out the guy that we wanted, Donovan Mitchell.
Right. And Donovan Mitchell said he thought he was going to New York. That's what.
But Donovan Mitchell also thought he was coming to Detroit. Right? Remember, they told him we gonna draft you. They told Carmelo we gonna draft
you. Yeah.
Right. So anything can happen the night of.
That's true. All right. Click like, click share. Don't forget to get the book. Griffin's Journey Every Day, written by who? The upcoming birthday boy, who just got the greatest song of all time. Marcus Holmes. That's gonna go viral. We're gonna look up. I'm gonna be a TikTok meme somewhere. That's right. You see that? You can just scan it right there and get the book Griffin's Journey Every Day, and it'll come right to your house, right there on Amazon Prime, and you can get it. And if you order it early enough, like today, you might be able to get it later on tonight. So go ahead and order that and help get your life together. Like Tamar said, get your life. We're gonna get your life together, and that's why we want you to join the Sports Talk group. We have our numbers are growing weekly by leaps and bounds. We want to thank those who keep joining, and I thank you so much for that. So don't forget to scan the QR code for that, and come on, join the fold and join the Sports Talk family. You are welcome, and come on in. The pool is ready for you. All righty, let's see here. Next topic we have is, come on now, stop playing. All right, get right there. Wait, where'd you go? Lord, oh my goodness. All right,
that's how it starts.
I'm not that old. All right. Next week, NBA. We're gonna go talk about the NBA. NBA we have, of course, we start off with the Pistons. When we looked at them at the All-Star break, 12-36, 13-40, 15-44, 15-48, 16-55, 16-61, and as of the end of the season, they finished at 17-65.
Wow.
17-65. Wow.
That's not bad.
That's
I mean, that's atrocious. That's not even bad. That's atrocious.
Man, that hurts my heart to even say that.
17 and what now? 65?
65. That's 82 games.
That's not even a fourth.
They had the worst record in the league for the second or third year in a row. Man, it hurts my heart to say that. After all those years of at least making the playoffs or being in the hunt for the playoffs, to have our franchise like that back downtown, that's man. Okay, I'm not gonna get sad today. I'm not gonna get sad. All right. Topics in the NBA right now: the Mavs were investigated and was recently fined $750,000 for purposely sitting the starters down the stretch, so they did not make the playoffs, and so they fined Mark Cuban and the Cavaliers. Excuse me, the Dallas Mavericks. $750,000 for them sitting players effectively. And was it worth it? For them not to make the playoffs and be fined $750,000 if they get the Frenchman, because you never know. But I don't know. You know why? I don't think the Frenchman's going to come to him, but because their pick is a protected top 10 pick. I don't think the Dallas Mavs are going to get any breaks with the NBA. Why? Because Mark Cuban, for many, many years, was the biggest thorn in their side with all his stats about the refereeing and everything else. So if he win another championship, it'll be because he has done some great GM/owner work, not because he got any help from the actual league office. So that's what's gonna happen with that. So for them, but I knew he was gonna get fined because they said it too fast. We're gonna, as soon as right like the next day, they were like, we're investigating this. After some people didn't play for stretches in that last game where they were put out of the playoffs contention, and so normally that's just the carrot. Here comes the carrot first. So we know we're gonna investigate, and barely just yesterday they announced the fine. So by Mark Cuban, I'm not really upset. If I'm looking at it from a long-term standpoint, I can get a better pick. I'm going to sign Kyrie. I already got Luka under contract. I'm going to get another player out the draft. We're going to build it. And hopefully I can get a nice free agent. Because people free agents do like coming to Dallas. Because Mark Cuban takes care of his teams. So.
Yeah, but when was the last time they won a championship? Yeah, let me help you. 2020, 2010?
Was it that long ago? I know this was, the German guy was there.
2010. That's when they beat the Heat. That was the first year when LeBron.
All right. We lost Mr. Felix. We're going to get him back soon. We were saying he is correct. 2010 was when Dirk Nowitzki went on a rampage against the Heat because LeBron and Dwayne Wade was teasing him about being sick, coughing like he really wasn't sick. And so he took revenge on them by himself. And went upside their head and made sure that he beat them in the championship game. And I think they won it in 6. Yeah, was one of the 6. Yep. Next thing on NBA talk, the playing games of last night, the Heat beat the Bulls 102-91, and now the Heat will be playing against Milwaukee in the first round series, and the Timberwolves made quick work of the Oklahoma City Thunder 120-95. I turned that game on and it was already over. I come and said, let me watch this game so I can watch it, prepare to speak about it for the morning. And they just seemed like they were such control. The Thunders, the whole body language, the heads were down, shoulders were slumped, and the Wolves was passing it, shooting, and just looked like they was out on the playground jumping upside their head the way they beat on the Thunder last night. So now we are ready with our playoff matchups. And the East, we have the Heat and Milwaukee, Celtics and Hawks, 76ers Nets, Cavaliers, and the Knickerbockers. I always like that better than the Knicks. I'd rather say the Knickerbockers. And trivia question, if somebody out there listening and watching, put it in the chat. What's a Knickerbocker? What is a Knickerbocker? and I might sing you a quarter. All right. And in the West, we have the Nuggets and Timberwolves, Grizzlies, Lakers, Kings, Warriors, Suns, Clippers. Hopefully we can get Mr. Felix back so we can talk about these matchups and I can ask him who you think is going to come out of the West. We're going to talk about each matchup specifically. Milwaukee, I see beating the Heat. The Celtics and Hawks is going to be a lot closer than people think. Celtics in 6. Celtics in 6. 76ers and the Nets. I actually like. To me, that could be a nice little upset. Honestly, the Nets have been playing steady ball. Kevin Durant left and went to Phoenix, and the Nets have still been playing steady ball. The kid who sat out all last year, he's been playing a complimentary role. He looks like a shell of himself before that when he was in Philadelphia, but he's still been playing pretty good. Cavaliers and Knickerbockers, I like the Cavaliers in that one. I see Donovan Mitchell coming in and taking control of this series, and I like the Cavaliers in this one. Next we have in the West, Nuggets and Timberwolves. The Nuggets should Denver should. I'm saying it again, they should win win that series. But if Timberwolves beat them, I wouldn't be surprised because Timberwolves have been playing good ball lately. Even though they had the controversy with Rudy Gobert and his teammate punching each other in the spotlight, people really got to understand this happens so much. It's almost to the point where, you know, when you play sports, you don't hope that it happens, but you kind of expect it. Because it's for guys. That's how guys build. Unfortunately, guys build when they establish the hierarchy, and then somebody challenges the hierarchy, then it's reestablished, and that's how guys are. Unfortunately, we're not always the brightest. We're still cavemen at the end of the day. Grizzlies and Lakers. If the Lakers win this series, it'll be a miracle. The Grizzlies should beat them in 5. They should. They really should. I know that the Lakers gave them a rough time in the regular season, but overall, the Grizzlies are a better team than the Lakers. And I hate to say that because I'm a passing Laker fan. My dad would be happy to hear me say that. But the Grizzlies should win in 5. If they don't, if it has to go 6 or 7, then the Lakers can upset them, and that would not be a good thing for those Grizzlies because at that point you got to start looking at what that young core you got, where they do something long term, and you would have to make those decisions. Kings and Warriors, the Warriors should win that one. And 6, Suns and Clippers. The Clippers are going to give them everything they can handle, and they should beat the Suns. But if the Clippers win that series, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm going to predict that the Suns are going to beat the Clippers. That's my official prognostication. But we're going to see what happens in that series. I hope we can get Felix back. We miss you, brother. Come on back. We'll move forward really quickly. Once again, click like, click share. Don't forget to get on the phone, call your friends, call your mama and them, call your auntie and them, say, hey, I know you got your windows open and you're cleaning up like you normally do on Saturday. But in the background, go ahead and put Kamau Felix on and the sports talk for them. And don't forget to get the book, Driver's Journey Every Day. Mr. Holmes, he put up the QR code. He put up a QR code for to join our Facebook group. And you also can you put up QR code to get your merch. Get your merch. We got some T-shirts coming. We already got the long sleeve, the sweaters. We want the weather's breaking, so we want to see you out at the festival in your sports talk march. We want to see you at what's that? The 420 thing coming up in Ann Arbor. Going up there and put your merch on and going up there in Ann Arbor and show them how to really do it in the sports talk merch. And so they say, who was that? Oh, that's Kamau and Felix. Come on, check out their show on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and see Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter. I'm forgetting one. LinkedIn. We broadcast over 5 platforms. So make sure you check us out in those different areas. All right. College basketball. We're going to sunset college basketball until the fall. This is our last time talking about it. In the Final Four, we had UConn jump on San Diego State. And no, I'm sorry. We're going to talk about the championship. UConn jumped on San Diego State. That game was never out of control. San Diego State made a nice little run there, but UConn stayed in control the entire time. They just looked tough. That the Hurley guy, the overlooked Hurley brother, was did a great job of coaching him. And Bobby Hurley, he looked sick. Something about he don't look right. I know he had that accident early in his career when he was in Sacramento, but he looks like something's wrong with him. I hope everything is okay. I know he's the head coach at Arizona State, but he did not look well when he was at the Final Four at the championship game with his dad cheering on his brother. So you gotta be proud for the Hurley family. The father is an all-time world-renowned high school coach, and brother Bobby Hurley did well at Duke and in the pros won the national championship. He's famous for beating UNLV, and when UNLV was at the height of their greatness with Anderson Hunt, Detroit great. So let's see, Danny, I think is the first name, Danny Hurley, and UConn won the championship. So kudos to them. And the big news was not the men's game; it was the women's game. The women's game, LSU over Iowa. Woo! We'd already talked about last time how LSU won and Iowa won against South Carolina, but that championship game was just as good of a crazy game. Not only so for how good of a game it was, but for the controversy afterwards. Controversy is still going about to talk about that game and how Angel Reese and Caitlin were trash talking, and Angel Reese had a whole lot more to say at the end, and how she got in the face and did the John Cena and the guy or the guy from the rapper who did it first. I forgot his name, and then she did a ring. It got to the point where they spoofed Angel Reese on Saturday Night Live. That's how big that story was. And I was really happy to see Caitlin say, "Hey, y'all leave that girl alone. It's just trash talk. This is what we do." And that's one thing about trash talk. Either you talking, and if you talk a whole lot, and when somebody talk back, you got to take it. Because if you're the one, the main one out there instigating on the trash talk, when you lose, you're gonna hear about it. You're gonna hear about it. I myself, I'm not a fan of trash talking because I've seen way too many fights that start over trash talk, over innocent little trash talk. No matter what the sport, just somebody got something to say, somebody mad because they lost, somebody talking trash, and that's somebody throwing haymakers. And who's guilty of that? Me. Why? Because I used to, my brothers used to beat me and then trash talk, and I used to come back with some haymakers. So that's why I've never been a fan of trash talk. But I do like the fact that it's going to the women's game more prevalently, and they've been talking for years. I've been saying this for a while. I'm a big fan of college women's basketball, and those women play tougher. And you go to a middle school game, it's about 10 tie-ups, and they just go to the arrow. They don't even. I'm glad they don't jump it no more. They get in there and they tie that ball up, and these two girls is pulling each other off the ground because they're still trying to hold on to the ball. Go to the arrow, and it's really prevalent. Welcome back, sir.
Yeah, man, Mark Cuban. He turned my phone off. Mark Cuban. That guy, how cool.
We laughing, but Mark Cuban's smart enough to know how to do all that. That's how he made his money. He made his money in tech.
Turn my phone off, man.
You know what? If it weren't for Mark Cuban, we wouldn't be able to talk over the internet like this through video. This is what he made. This is what he designed. And then he sold it and made all the money from it. Yes, correct.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So we need to thank Mark Cuban right now for this type of platform. He didn't make exactly the restream that we use, but he did the technology to make it possible to have video conferencing over the internet.
Well, yeah, he just made me a believer. I'm sorry, Mark.
It's all right. It's all right. We on basketball right now, college basketball. We're talking about all the trash talk in the women's game and how it got so large and crazy, and everybody was at first thought of Keith Olbermann talking about Angel Reese, how she was an effing idiot and she has no class and classes and everything. But a guy like him, to me, who really don't watch women's college basketball, don't understand. this is new. This is nothing new. And how Caitlin was talking junk against South Carolina. She was talking junk against the team before that. She did the same thing.
Yeah,
Louisville against Louisville. And so this is nothing new. And it's getting outrageous. And I was saying how I'm not a big fan of it because it just leads to more fights than anything else. Because at some point somebody's not gonna be able to have it.
Wouldn't it be the hero and the villain though? Kinda.
You always got to have a hero and a villain, no matter what.
Because
no matter what the story is.
When she did it, when Caitlin Clark did it against remember? I don't know if you remember, but we both kind of kept up with the tournament. When they were playing Louisville, and the one girl was out there at the top of the key, and she was calling the play, and Caitlin Clark like waved her off.
Yeah, against South Carolina.
No, that wasn't South Carolina. That was against Louisville.
No,
she waved her off.
No, she was daring her to shoot. That was against South Carolina. She just did like this and went and packed the paint.
So it was like, it was like, okay, y'all down 15 or whatever she said she made the reference to.
Mm-hmm.
But then when Angel Reese did it, Angel Reese became the villain.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wow. That trash talking been part of the game for years.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about trash talking is like the GOAT said, Michael Jordan. It's easy to talk when you up 5 with 20-something seconds left. But when you talk trash when the score is zip, that's the sign of a true fan right there. So, I mean, who doesn't talk trash when they up, right? But then it come back, it's like this. If you able to dish it, you got to be able to take it.
Yep.
And when she got ready for her to take it, it became, oh, no, oh, Angel Reese, she ghetto. She did. Oh, but when Caitlin did it.
But Caitlin never said that, which is I would give her credit for that. She just walked away, like, okay, because I don't want to hear it. You can just see the look on her face was like, this some bull. She just walked away, which is what you're supposed to do. She to her credit, she walked away like she's supposed to.
Where have you ever heard this one too? This is where it really became, like Mike Tyson say, ludicrous. This is when it really became ludicrous. When has the loser ever been invited to the White House?
Oh, that was outrageous. That when she said when Dr. Biden said that she wanted to invite both teams to the White House, I'm gonna talk to the president about bringing both teams to the White House. I was like, you what? If both teams show up at the White House, I might have to look at my affiliation and to that administration.
Absolutely.
It might have change some things and how I see them. Because it never in the history.
Right. Did Michigan get invited when Duke went?
No.
Did UNLV get invited when Duke went?
No.
So, I mean, you know what would have been funny though? It ain't even funny. It would have been sad, like you just said. If Iowa shows up, right? That's what would be horrible. Like so you got the president Biden in the middle. You got his wife next to him. Then you got, I don't know if the vice be there, but let's just say Kamala Harris and her.
You know she's gonna be there.
Let's just say her husband and her there. And then on the left you got LSU the champion, and then on the right you got Iowa. Really, man, God.
I would seriously have to consider my affiliation to that administration if they did that.
That would be, yeah.
That would really make me upset.
Yes.
Even Trump said he only want the winners around him.
Please don't. Hey man, look, we was having a good show. Please, because then my phone gonna go out again. Don't do that, man. Please do that. Bring that man.
Okay.
So,
all right. All right. Moving forward, we're gonna start incorporating baseball back into the show. Of course, we got to talk about our beloved Tigers. At this point in the season, 13 games into the season, they are 4-9. They won last night at home, and so hopefully we can get on a win streak and turn things around a little bit. But the biggest news in all of baseball is our own Tiger, Javi Baez, who was removed from the game the other night for not hustling. He hustled to second base and he was jogging second base as if he had nothing else to do, and wound up getting doubled up, not paying attention to how many outs are in the game. And so the skip politely said, "Let me talk to you for a second." He didn't do it in front of everybody. Took him in the tunnel. Hinge took him in the tunnel. I'm pretty sure there were some words that were said that was not very nice
Absolutely.
at the time, because that would have been me. You don't embarrass them folks, but he grown, so you're gonna catch these grown words. And so they took him back, said, "Hey, came back out. We're gonna make a change at this position, and Mr. Bias is gonna sit over here with us, and we're gonna give him some sunflower seeds and some ice to chew on, and let him think about what's going on." And that was national news. That was one of the top things on Sports Center. You see him,
absolutely.
and them uniforms actually look nice. You know, them away uniforms he was wearing and playing like that, being worth all that money out there playing like he in third grade, and some little kid in third grade out in the middle of the outfield picking dandelions, and then the ball show up. That's how he was playing. That's how he was playing. He ran those bases like a little kid out in right field, picking dandelions instead of paying attention to the ball being hit, making sure the ball coming to him, and he don't know what to do with it because he don't know why the ball is even there. That's what he looked like.
Well, that man, I mean, what did he make? What does he make? $22 million a year, something like that. So
he need to give me some.
So can we say that's a bad signing?
As of right now, I have to say yes. But
can we say AJ Hinch is a bad signing?
I don't know if we can say that yet. AJ Hinch, the coach, right? The skip, right?
The manager.
Here's why. He hasn't had quote unquote talent to make the changes and move forward that I would have thought he would have done. He's had minor league talent playing at the major league level.
So you're supposed to develop your players, correct?
Yeah, yep. But with the help of the front office, which is what you just got this last spring at the end of last season when they got rid of the other GM.
When they got rid of Alex Avila and they hired the young guy?
Yes.
Okay, so how long? Okay.
I'm gonna give him this year. I'm gonna give him this season because that'll be a second full season. And then before I'm gonna stay judgment to the end of the season.
Okay, so for you to get him a passing grade, how many games do he needs to win?
Okay, it's 162 games in the season. I would have to say at least half, a little over half. So
that's the easy way out.
What's half 162? So that's 81. I would say 87.
80. Ain't it 86 games? Ain't it 166 games?
If it's 162 or
166, so that's 83 games. He needs to win. You need to have him get 83 games.
83 to 90.
I see.
83 to 90 to hold on to where he at. 83 to 90 games.
Well, I guess he gets an F because they're not getting 83.
Well, he may not, but that's what I would say the goal is.
83 games.
83 to 90.
Okay.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair.
Now, okay, so if he does it, then what? You say it's time to get rid of him?
I would say that he would need to be on a written work. On hot seat, definitely he need to have a letter in his file going into the next season saying that if there's not marketable improvement, that we may have to go and pay off your contract. Yes. We would have to have a meeting in the manager's office in the general manager's office and have both parties sign saying that this is what your expectations are moving forward. Okay.
Yeah, we got that. We got all season to tackle it, son.
Yes. And we're gonna come back. I'm committed to keeping baseball inside and as a part of our discussions. Also, the Rays lost for the first time. They were 13-0. Going last night, they lost. I forgot who beat them, but they were the last undefeated team left in the league. But here's why I think that's significant. How long ago did the Rays have a fire sale? We talked about this already. We talked about this, I think, last year. How the Rays, ever so often, win it. They right there in the playoffs. They get close to winning it all. And not only them, the Miami Marlins do the same thing. They do well. Then they get to that point where we say, okay, we know we got to cut bait. They cut them off. They go and they drop the salary cap, and they go get some players. They go get they build in a minor league system. So the blueprint is there. So the Rays are up again. Miami Marlins are back on the upswing, and so that's what my point is. The expectations still be the same for our beloved Tigers.
Okay.
All right. Moving forward, we got to get to the NFL. And NFL news, the top news of the last 2 weeks came out on Wednesday. The Commanders Snyder has come to a tentative agreement with Josh Harris, a selling group, including Magic Johnson, for $6 billion. So that's a quite great possibility it's going to happen. And I think it's going to happen because the league wants to get rid of Snyder. And Snyder is, I think he is doing the right thing. He bided his time. He didn't just jump out like when they wanted him to. He got the money that he felt like he should be getting. And he's going to go ahead and take that and run off into the sunset. And so my question is, are they going to change the name to something else after the new ownership come in? Because that Commanders is, it's outrageous. But what do you think about the sale, sir?
I think it took too long. Should have been happened, right? Because, okay, at the end of the day, Daniel Snyder is Daniel Snyder. He's not going to change who he was. If that was the case, he would have been changed. Mm-hmm. Okay, all the changes that came about, they're no longer considered the Redskins, right? They're the Washington Commanders. Like you said, now they're going to be under a new regime. 9 times out of 10, Magic, he's going to voice his opinion. Maybe they do still stay the Commanders. Maybe they don't. But everything is subject to change, right? Change is good sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, Daniel Snyder, he got his money. So he's, like you say, he's going to ride off into the sunset. Now, with the new regime, if you change the name, who's to say they don't move him out of Washington? Now Washington don't have a team. There's a whole lot of ifs and maybes and buts and coulds and woulds and shoulds. And who knows? It's like when you make Kool-Aid. You got to have the right amount of sugar, right amount of water. You got to stir it just right, get it sweet. You got to have a glass to keep tasting it to make sure it's straight. Who knows? I mean, look, I come with good analogies. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. I like that. That was a good one right there. That was a good one.
Thank you.
You need to go ahead and get that certified so can't nobody else use it. They got to pay you for it.
Right. Okay, right. But yeah, I mean, I hope, look, like I said, man, he is who he is. What's in you is in you. It's only a matter of time for it come out of you. If you're a BB / douchebag, sorry for the slight term, you go, look, if you can sit and be nice all you want. Eventually, what's in you is in you. Look, it was a story. This ain't even funny, man, but it's funny. Lady joined church. She used to be a stripper. She gave her life to Christ. She got up and she gave a testimony. She started singing a song. What's in you is in you. While she started singing, the spirit took over. She started doing her stripper moves. The church raised $5,000. What's in you is in you. Look, man, I'm sorry. We gotta have. This is life, but I'm just being. What's in you is in you. You know what I'm saying? She gave her life over to Christ, and it all came out. They said the church raised $5,000. They say deacons was on the front pew. Somebody got changed for $100. So that's what I'm saying. Hey, man, look, I understand if Marcus get rid of me after that. I do. I understand. But I just had to. I share with everything.
I want to know what song she sang. That's what I want to know.
She sung, what is that? Angels bow before them. Heaven adore them. How did it go? You know the song.
She actually sang a gospel song?
It was a gospel song.
Oh,
and in the process of her singing this gospel song, she started, what's in you is in you. It started coming out. She started doing her little moves. They say the church raised $5,000. I don't even know if that was the tithes and weekly offering, but I know the church raised $5,000.
That's all right. The building fund got a boost that day.
I was like, wow.
Oh my goodness, that's funny.
What is in you is in you. There it is.
Goodness. All right. Speaking about $6 billion, if the Commanders can get $6 billion, how come Lamar Jackson can't get his money? He still ain't got his money. Right now, he's still a conditional. He had the conditional tag put on him, and they went out and signed. What's the boy name?
Odell Beckham Jr.
Over the heel Beckham Jr.
Oh, man, don't do that, man. Don't do that because he a Super Bowl champ, so you can't say over the hill, right?
He has 2 ACL surgeries.
And
2.
that's part of the game. You played the game. That's part of the game.
Who do you know who's that productive with 2 ACL surgeries?
It depends on how you plan to use him, right? It's all about schemes, right? Because he could be a decoy one game. He could actually be the man one game. Then you got to figure, okay, obviously, he knows something that we don't know. So obviously, him and Lamar have been talking to where Lamar like, I'm going to sign, man, but maybe I'm going about it this way instead of me going about it the ways I have done in the past. But at the end of the day, for him to sign with them, him and Odell and Lamar had to been talking. Just like me and you talk. Somebody, some way for him to sign with the Ravens, he had to get some insurance from Lamar Jackson, or he wouldn't have signed, right?
Right. Because Odell got to be happy, no matter where he at. If he's not happy, ain't nobody gonna be happy.
Well, you got to figure he's a primary target, right? But then, true enough, to piggyback to your point, how good is he gonna be off of 2 ACL surgeries?
Yeah.
And then you got to also put into, like I said, it's like making Kool-Aid. You got to also put into the dude ain't played football last year. He ain't been hit yet.
He didn't play all last year.
None last year. He ain't been hit. None of that. We ain't even got the spring training yet. I mean, rookie, what happens if he, God forbid, that's what happened. But what happened if he get hurt? You didn't invest in $15 million guaranteed. He ain't even on the field. So, yeah. And what's the saying? If it was a fifth, we'll all be drunk.
But at the same time, what you paying for when it comes to Odell, you putting seats. You put people in the seats. People want to see him.
No,
one catch.
Not so much because they was already getting people in the seats, right?
Baltimore sell out. I can tell you that now.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. He just an added attraction.
Okay. All right. So what's going on with Aaron Rodgers? They say now he might go to San Francisco.
Okay.
He might not go to the Jets.
I'm gonna start this off by saying to you, because I know normally say it to you. It looked like you probably are right, sir. And I apologize. You might be, he ain't going nowhere, man. He not, you were right. He not, because you would have already been gone. You would have already been gone. Yep. You ain't going nowhere, man.
Yeah, they said the Jets got scared away because he said he was 90% retired when he came out his darkness awakening. That's what he said. They said that was put out. That the Jets were like, if he's 90% retired, how long are we gonna pay him for? Is it worth us bringing him here for 1 year, right, if he's ready to retire? So I can see that.
But then, okay, to piggyback on that, how mad would you be if you said to me, "Hey, Sports Center about to pick me up. Why don't you come on with me?" And I say, "Okay, Kamal, I'm gonna come with you." But then Shannon Sharp called me, and I jet over there. So look at all them cats that then went over there to the Jets, hoping Aaron gonna be there, and he ain't even come. Man, he not coming.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, for the money that we make, and either one of us get picked up by anybody, you know what I'm gonna say? Let me buy you dinner, because congratulations, my friend. But for them, it's a different ball game altogether.
Right.
You're right. It's a different ball game altogether. We got a question out of the people who are watching, from the one, the only, and indubitable, abominable Renzi Williams. When will the other conferences catch the SEC in football?
Never. You never will catch them. The reason why you won't catch them, Quincy, the reason why you will never catch them.
Renzi.
Oh, Renzi. I'm sorry. The reason why you won't never catch them is because down south, what's the difference between up north? It don't snow down there. They condition 24/7, 365 days. You can't do that up here because the snow is cold, whatever.
The high schools. I would say that was correct because of the high schools.
Right.
The high schools go year-round.
And then another reason why we'll never catch the SEC Nobody wants to go to Michigan. Nobody wants to go to Michigan State. Ohio State is basically the front runner to run against Alabama and Georgia. But who you want to go to? Alabama or Georgia? Who don't want to go play for Uncle Nick? Kirby Smart is the new king on the hill now. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's trying to go play for Dabo Swinney. Nobody's trying to go play. Right. And then, not to mention, you got to beat out their own in-state kids.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to be a dog. Okay, the last person that I know that left from here to go somewhere productive like that was Mark Ingram, the former running back for the Alabama, won a national championship. Mark Ingram went to I can't think of the school. No, but I mean he was from Michigan. He went to school.
He was from Flint.
Right. That's what I'm saying. When have you ever seen that again?
But you know why he went to Alabama?
Of course, Uncle Nick.
Uncle Nick, why? Uncle Nick, why? Because Nick was a coach in Michigan State back in the day when his mother was there and his father was there, and that's how they kept that going on down to Alabama.
Okay, so you telling me if Nick would have been at Michigan State, Mark Ingram would have went to Michigan State?
Yes.
No, he wouldn't.
Yes.
No, he
yes.
wouldn't. No, he
I'm gonna tell you. When Nick Saban left, it was so much infighting. If Nick Saban had stayed at Michigan State, we'd have a national championship. That much I can.
We would not.
I would put my terrible, non-ridiculous government salary, like they said in Transformers, on that.
No, we would not. No, we would not. You know what? We gonna always have this debate. No, we would not.
I think.
No, we would. No.
I think.
Look, okay. The year Michigan won it in '97, who did they beat in the Rose Bowl? I give you that. Washington State. Okay. Yeah. Who did they share the national with?
Nebraska.
You would have lined them two teams up. Who would have won? Nebraska.
Ooh.
Right. Nebraska. Right.
Ooh. That was the tail end of that Nebraska dominance. It would have been close.
You don't think Nebraska would have beat them?
It would have been a 15-16 game. It would have been, and about 10 guys would have got carried off the field. That'd have been
you don't think Nebraska would have beat them? Take your time. You wanna do it another day? You wanna do it the next week's show on the 29th?
I'm biased. Because my brother-in-law was on the team, so I can't speak against my brother-in-law. So I'm gonna say it was be a 15-16 game, and 15 guys would have got carried off that field for all that hard.
Okay, so 15-16 game. Who got the 16? Right. Nebraska. Let me help you out.
All right. Speaking of which, we're going to move on from this stupidity to stupid sports news.
I've been stirring it, Doug. I told you.
The stupid sports. All right. We truly got some crazies in stupid sports news. There's a new sport that is coming out. That has been that's sort of like it started as a sort of like a joke in between because they got the new slap fight league, the face slapping league. Now they you slap on the left cheek or the right cheek. Now this slapping is a different cheek altogether. It's Romanian booty slapping, which is a real thing. I sent you the video. It's crazy. I'm not gonna comment too much. I just want to say. It's a new sport out there. I'm like, and people gonna watch it. And it started in, I'm not gonna say of course. I would say ignorantly. It started with the women, and of course it's gonna be men. So I'm still waiting on these to come on regular TV on ESPN or on pay-per-view. Because you talking about them guys falling out, and they had to, they talking about some concussions, and they. It's funny because they put the mouthpiece in, hold the noodle behind their back, and maybe man, that's outrageous. I can't wait for that to come on. But I just want to highlight it, just like I did for Megan Thee Stallion, Romanian booty slap. That's it. Moving forward, now this is even better. Adesanya, when he beat Pereira last week in the UFC match, and he knocked him out, he went and looked and found his son, did like this, and fell to the floor. Just like he knocked his daddy out. Why did he do that? Because his son had did it to him. He said, my daddy gonna knock you out like this. He gonna put his hand in his face and fall to the side, and like he was knocked out, like he was asleep. Soon as he knocked his daddy, he literally, hey.
Wow.
And they get to the press conference, they say, why you do that to that boy's son like that? He said, I'm petty. The kid started with me. I wouldn't have did it to him, but the kid started with me. And they dug up the video. They showed the footage. The kid doing that to the other side. Yeah. But when he did it, I thought it was just too funny. So, and the kid was just crying. He was just crying. And, you know, once again, good old trash talk got you in trouble.
Yeah, trash talk, man. Yeah,
trash talk got you in trouble.
Yeah.
That was funny. So, and also in sports talk craziness, stupid news, Isaiah Thomas the other day, we're on the Max Kellerman and Keyshawn Johnson radio show that's simulcast on ESPN2 on the Deuce on mornings. He called the show and they talking to him. They got his picture up.
Right.
He was like, I said, like, whoa, what is that picture of me? I don't look like that. You know, you got me looking crazy. Honestly, when I first saw the picture, I thought it was Flip Wilson. It looked nothing like Isaiah Thomas.
Really, man.
It did.
Flip Wilson.
He looked. Go. I sent you that one too.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah,
he looked like Flip Wilson. And so I want to do the same thing. You know, what did Isaiah say? Images are everything.
Correct.
You got to be able to control the fact that I don't want to be looking like this. That's how he looked. It's looking evil on the picture. I'm not saying, you know, he don't have pictures like that. Everybody got a picture where you get caught. You know, you talking to somebody. And that's, you in the yearbook. There's people in the yearbook right now like this. Because he was talking, it was an action picture, but you can't control that. So Isaiah like, y'all got to take that down.
Right. He did.
Y'all got to take that down. Or I'm going to hang up. I'm hanging up.
He did, right. He did. He hung up. That was the part where got me going. I'm like, he hung up for real.
He hung up. He called right back and made them change the picture. I don't blame you. I'm with you on that one, Isaiah. Images are everything, and I don't want everybody looking at me like I'm an evil person. And Keyshawn, he kept saying, Keyshawn, how they gonna be doing me like this?
Right, you supposed to be my brother, right? Yeah.
And Keyshawn like, I ain't got nothing to do with the pictures.
Keyshawn answered because Keyshawn knew they was gonna put that picture up. He knew they was
gonna put that picture up. He knew it. He knew exactly what he was gonna do.
Once again, what's in you is in you, man. I told you they raised $5,000. That's a lot of money, man.
Glory, glory.
There you go. Hey, I don't have no rights with that.
I'm sorry, Lord. I'm next to the window. I don't need no straight lightning bolts. I'm sorry, Lord. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm wrong. I'm sorry.
I have nothing with that one.
I got to find that video. Oh,
yeah. See? Nope.
It's a video, I guarantee you. Everything else is. How you gonna zip it up? Well, you the one who brought it up.
Because I was trying to show a point. Point, counterpoint. I don't know where you at. I'm not on that freeway with you, man. I'm on the entrance ramp. Matter of fact, I'm backing up because I'm not even getting on.
You say it's a traffic jam. You trying to go back up the ramp. You going back up the ramp. Okay, I get it. All right. We are coming down the stretch. Thank you guys once again for coming out today and watching us. Our next show is April 29th. Don't forget the full Love and Stuff community. Love and Scriptures at 6 o'clock. Love and Stuff at 8:30 Eastern. Love Scriptures on Wednesday. Mama V show on Wednesdays. I think it's 10 a.m. Ryan Peoples, I'm going to be getting your merch to you soon. I was trying to hear back from Hugh Edwards there, the winner of the You Pick 'em for the men and women's tournament. If anybody know who Hugh Edwards is, please let him get in touch with me so we can get the gear to him so he can get his merch. They were the rifle winners. Ryan Peoples already reached out to me, sir. I know you're watching. I'm gonna get it out to you this week because I wanted to do one award instead of two separate ones.
Right. All
right. We see you in 2 weeks, April 29th. And once again, have a great weekend. Be safe, everybody. And thank you very much. Be safe.
All righty.